What's up, guys? This is episode 6754, take 2, and this is 18 years, 5 months, and 26 days since I was born. First of all, I want to finish what I started in the last episode in my girlfriend's room. I want to talk about my goals, especially for Q1 2025. I don't think it's very effective to set a lot of goals for a long period of time, because 99.9% of stuff are not perfect or the way you thought they were gonna be neither. So I would just rather create short-term goals and long-term goals, but something not very specific. Because I used to do these long-term goals very specific when I was 14, 15 years old. I wanted to be a billionaire until 21 years of age, and I did this projection of like within 3 years I would be making 100 million a month, etc. To sum it all up, there would have to be several miracles for that to happen, because I'm not a Kardashian to be the youngest billionaire in the history of the world. So my plans for Q1, that is between June and March, are first of all to complete the 75 hard. This is my third year trying it. I didn't try it in 2023, as far as I remember. I'm not sure, but as I remember, I tried in 2021 and 2022, or in 2022 or 2023. I don't remember exactly. But I think I'm very more mature, I don't know if that's correct, than I was in the past, because I failed within 15 days in my second try 2022, and that was because I spent the whole night, almost the whole night, talking to a random girl, and at 3 p.m. I just slept and woke up at 3 a.m. and without doing what you need to do to accomplish the challenge. But what is it? The name 75 hard is not for the name. It's actually hard. It's not hard to do once, but it's hard to do 75 days without failing once. Because if you fail in one of the following things once, you have to restart it all. If you forget, etc., you'll just have to restart it all. You have to drink 4 liters of water, read 10 pages of a book. The original challenge, in it, you have to exercise 45 minutes indoors and 45 outdoors. But for me, I don't think that makes sense. So just 90 minutes at least of exercise every single day, without a rest day or etc. I'll just increase difficulty of exercises, increase intensity. You have to follow a diet, but the diet has to be a purpose, whether it's gaining mass, gaining muscle, or lowering your what's the word? Lowering your weight. So whatever. And I guess that's it. Yay, you have to do this. So it doesn't seem very hard to do it once. Like one day I'm very motivated, I drink 4 liters of water, read 10 pages of a book, which is not a lot, and I exercise for 90 minutes. It's not a lot, but if you keep doing it for 2 months and a half, like, it's almost impossible. And that's why only a few people can have this certificate. I did it. There's not an actual certificate, but you've done it, okay? And it doesn't matter if I fail within 70 days. I don't care. I'll just restart it, and that's it. Constancy, it's way better than just doing it once all perfect. You just got lucky if you do it all perfect and never done it again. So I have until December 31st to do it. Of course, I plan to do it within the first 90 days of the year, okay? But there's not a problem if I fail within 60 days and have to restart it all. That it doesn't matter. In this challenge, the purpose of it is to create discipline. And among these 90 minutes of exercise I'm gonna do, I'll work out I'll exercise more running and riding my bicycle, because I plan to train during 2025 triathlon, to become a triathlete. I don't plan to actually do an Ironman and pay all that money to do it, but I plan to do, to run the 42 kilometers, to ride the 180 kilometers by bike. I don't know what I'm gonna do about swimming, because I don't have a pool and there's not a place in my city that has a pool, but I'm gonna figure it out eventually. But most of it, riding my bicycle and running. And firstly, I'm gonna run because my bike is almost broken. It's old as hell, so I have to raise some money to buy another one. It's not worth it to fix it. It will cost more than what I would raise if I sold it. So I'm just gonna buy another one once I have money. So besides all that, I'm gonna train karate and triathlon, and 3 or 4 days a week I'm gonna lift weights, okay? Especially during 75 hard. But after that, I'll see what I'll keep doing. Besides that, I plan to become fluent in Spanish. I'm intermediate, especially because Portuguese and Spanish are very close. They actually are. Some gringos have this idea of that it's the same thing. It's not. It is hard, but it's not as hard as an American learning Spanish. It's way, way easier. Especially because I've already learned a language before, which is the one I'm talking in right now. So it's way easier, but I didn't actually put all that practice in it. I've been a Spanish teacher, but I didn't actually study Spanish a lot. So I plan to become fluent until June or July and keep studying until the study never stops actually, but with very intensely until the end of the year, until December, okay? And I also plan to become intermediate in Italian and French. Italian semester 1 and French semester 2. It's not very hard. They're Latin languages, so I'm gonna do it, okay? And so this includes, at the beginning of the year, especially quarter 1 hour, 45 minutes of Spanish practice and 15 minutes to 20 minutes Italian practice. So besides that, professionally, I'm gonna keep teaching English. Now I'm self-employed, okay? I don't think it's worth to be an employee, because to any company here in Brazil, especially in my city, I'm worth more than $8 an hour. No matter if I'm a teacher, no matter if I have 12 years of English, if I'm fluent in 100 billion different languages, if I know amazing stuff, doesn't matter. Not that I know amazing stuff, but I'm 100% sure that I'm better than the average 18 years old in Brazil, okay? But for any company, I'm just the minimum wage. I'm just worth that. And so to sum it all up, I'm gonna prospect students through B2B cold calling. I'm gonna cold call companies, and I'll try to book a seminar, a webinar, something like that, to the employees, and get 2 or 3 new students at $300 a month each. I just need 10 to be very well, to be top 10%, which is $3,000 a month. For an 18-year-old, it's a lot. It is a lot of money. If you don't have expenses, if you don't live in a big city, it's a lot of money. It's even more. I want 20 students, which is on an average ticket of $300 a month each. So that is $6,000 a month. I'm gonna focus on that on the first quarter, in order for me to not need to worry a lot to prospecting in this prospecting stuff on the second quarter and on and on. I don't want to be an SDR anymore. I was never able to do it. So once you accept some things aren't just for you, you take a big step in the improvement of your life. So no matter if I'm gonna make $1 million a month, I can't be an SDR, and that's it. At least the way I was doing, I can't be it. I admire it a lot, but to do it the way I was doing for marketing agencies, home office, I can't do it. And while I'm not training and giving my English classes and prospecting to get even more students during this first quarter of the year, I'm gonna be an SDR, which is kind of the opposite what I've just said, but not the way I was doing. I'm gonna sell AI solutions. We're in the very beginning of it, so I'm gonna hear a lot of no's, a lot of objections, because it's completely new, especially here in Brazil. So it's for innovative decision makers in companies that have this innovation way of thinking, innovative way of thinking, not for like traditional closed mind decision makers or owners or managers in companies. I'm gonna hear no from all of them, I'm sure of that. But from the ones that really see the huge opportunity we have here while people are not doing it, you can make a lot of money with it. I'm sure I can sell to them as an SDR and as a closer. Okay, I plan to start it in Brazil, and just then I'm gonna go to Europe using English. So Ireland, UK, and also United States. Okay, Canada, because especially United States, they're more open to that. There are already agencies that use that and sell for a lot of money. We can guarantee better results with less money because we hire and we have costs in BRL and we're selling in dollars or euros. So it's a huge advantage. Okay, your ROI is way bigger. Okay, because we would have normally a higher we would give you like the business a higher ROI anyways, but as you're paying us less money, the ROI is even bigger. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do professionally and as an athlete and as professional realization. Read 10 pages of a book, drink 4 liters of water, diet, no alcohol, no drugs, none of that. No more than 1 hour a day of social media, and that's gonna be the hardest part. I'm sure of it. But if I'm occupied, I'm not getting within 30 days. I'm not even gonna remember that. And also about my plans, I'm moving to my grandma or my uncle that I had during this 2025. The day before yesterday, before coming here, I'm in my grandma's house, and it's funny because I recorded a video saying that I wouldn't come back in 3 to 5 years because I was turning 18 years old, whatever. But here I am, 11 months later, to spend Christmas. I don't know if we're gonna spend it here or in my uncle's house, but it's here with my family. I talked to my mom and to my dad, and I realized that it's no win for me to move either to my grandma's house here or to my uncle's house. The best option is to stay there. I'll keep my karate, I'll keep competing, all of that. I don't have to change the state. If you change state, you have either to regain the government money to pay for it, or you pay it yourself. In my city, I already have it. Okay, they already pay everything. They just don't pay you the food and your equipment. Anything besides that, you're guaranteed of. So I don't have to change all of that to another state, Sao Paulo. I don't have to do that, and I'll keep training, all of that. I'll raise some money, okay, to buy a bicycle and a motorcycle, so I have this independency, and I'll just move back to my parents' house. So I don't have to worry about making food. That was my main pain, okay, making food and cleaning it all, etc. That was my main reason to move in here, because I wouldn't have to worry about any of it. But this city is like the half of my city, and my city is already tiny. This one's half of it. There's nothing besides retired people, old people. There's nothing. I don't know if there's even a church here. Yesterday was Sunday. I didn't even go to mass. And I have to confess, I have to quit all of that, all the things we've been talking about during this, I don't know, 2 years, 1 year and a half, about pornography addiction and all that. I'll quit that. And that's one of my main goals with 75 Hard. Quitting that, You will only have to be 60, 70 days without it for your brain to reset. And you don't have as much cravings and all of that. And within 6 months to a year, you're completely off of it, It's not as hard, but in the beginning it's hell. I know I've been through it, and especially in these, I don't know, 4 months, I'm not even fighting against it. That's one of the reasons that my life has decreased so much. All the laziness that comes once you fall. I've talked about it a gazillion times. I'm not going to dive into it anymore. So yeah, I have to, once I quit it, I'll be able to do everything I'm already going to do way better, like 100% better. Your physical motivation and your mental clarity, all of that, it increases by 1,000,000,000%. I guarantee you that. I've already experienced it, and I know what I'm talking about. At least in my own body, in my own situation. And once I move back and have my own independency, I don't need to. I can guarantee myself that I won't need to be listening to a lot of humiliation, like to go to the city, because it is far by bike or on foot. It is very far, but by motorcycle or a car, it's not. It's 5 minutes. Okay, so once I have this type of independency, so I can go 10 days. I can go 10 times a day to the city. No one's gonna complain. No one's gonna talk shit to me. I can come back. And the flat I'm living into will be free for them to rent again and monetize it once again. And once I'm in there, I'm just gonna keep doing the professional stuff I already mentioned, giving classes. I don't know if I will still have to prospect more students, but prospect SaaS and marketing agency owners to sell my SDR AI SDR agent. I don't know what's the order in English. And I'm planning to move to Ireland, so do this like 8 months study plan. There's a visa you can get. There's a visa you can go there and study for 8 months, and you can also work there. So the plan is to go there not to study English, because that's the main purpose of this course. My dad presented me, and he supports me 100% on that. Is to build networking with European people and also sell in Euro. And about HBSO, Harvard Business School Online, I don't want to do it anymore. At least not now, because it's a lot of money. It's 12K in BRL if you convert, because the difference dollar and BRL is huge with this leftist son of a bitch government. I don't want to do that. I'm planning to move to Ireland, so I'll raise money enough that if I want to do it, I'll just do it, So for now, I'm not going to go into any college or anything like that. The plan was more to have this proud to say that I'm a Harvard student, etc. I'm a Harvard graduate, etc. But first of all, I would not be it. I would be almost lying saying that. It's an omission, like you're distortion reality. It's a distortion. You're not a Harvard student if you completed Harvard Business School 9. You're paying for it to get a certificate. It's basically that. And it's a whole lot of money that we don't have. Okay. So I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to explain it a little more because it's 20 minutes already. And I have, I guess, other part that I have to glue in it. No, I don't have it. I erased it. I deleted it. So that's it. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. But my English is already fatigued. I'm taking a lot of time to say stuff. And I hate this. So I'm just going to end it here. Thanks a lot, guys.